Hey people, Kate Slink here. How are we doing? So, 2024 is nearly at an end, and I'm just going to do a quick video as I think are the winners and losers of this year. Now, before I go on, some of these, it's my general opinion, and also the opinion that I see the community talk about, how people play, some of the videos I've seen. Everyone has their own opinion. So some of these in the losers or winners you might not agree with, but that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinion. Some people have favourites of the game. They might not be meta, they might not be any good in other people's eyes, but if they're great for you, fantastic. Do you know what I mean? You play this game how you want. And that's what I like about this game. I love seeing people use characters that not everyone will play. So it's great for the game. So before you carry on, please let me know in your comments below what you think of these characters as well, because it is great to hear that certain characters that I might not like, other people will like. So just let me know in the comments below. So we're going to go for the winners first, and these are who I think have done really well this year in certain parts of the game. We're going to start from the top. We've got Ro, who, yeah, he is the leader of the meta, of the mech meta, I should say. He is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? He can do some crazy damage on a lot of guild raid bosses there. He is the top there of the mechs. So he is definitely, in my eyes, a winner. I don't always use him myself, but I do see a lot of people use him, and fair play. He's such a great character. Kharn is a big favourite of mine. Again, I see him used quite a lot. He is just a beast in a lot of modes. I use him probably in nearly every single mode I can. Yeah, he's a bit temperamental. He can, if in the wrong time, kill your own guys or do some damage. But that's the fun of Kharn. Do you know what I mean? It's just a beast in that way. So he's definitely in my eyes a winner. I've put the Parasite of Mortrex in. Now, this is like the fifth NID, which has been like some time now. But what I've seen of him and on paper, I think he's pretty good, and he kind of finishes the team. He's not like the best character out there for the NIDs, but I do think he completes them. And I think next year in kind of some of the tournament faction arenas, he's going to do really well in that team. So yeah, I think he deserves a place as a winner. Holland, I was a bit unsure with this guy. He's so up and down. Again, he's fairly new, but I think with some of the skills he's got, a Xenos healer, again, I think 2025 is going to be a good year for him, because I think he's going to really carry on some of them skills and be very useful in a lot of modes in the new year. We've also got Matanino just beyond my head here. I love this guy. He's kind of like Bellator's like similar kind of skills with the summoners, but I just think he does so well in different modes. Do you know what I mean? You get that kind of boost power, cracking down and bringing the two guys around. It's amazing. He can do so good. Some really crazy damage. Great in some arenas. He's great in the wars. He'd be great in certain campaigns, I think, in the future. So yeah, he's done well. And his brother next to him, Mephiston, is another kind of... I was up and down with this guy again. When he first come out, I started using him. I was like, he's not great. But the more I've kind of leveled him up and the more I've used him, he can be so cool. The damage is just crazy with this guy. He's so useful in the faction. And again, I think this guy is going to be next year very useful as well in future bosses. I think there's definitely one to keep an eye on with certain bosses coming up. This guy is going to be meta next year. That's what I predict anyway. Another one from the faction, Lucian. The kind of Blood Angels have done well this year, I think, with Lucian. He's not, again, the greatest character out there, but he's so cool. Once he gets going, some of the damage he can do, do you know what I mean? He can go kind of go rogue and kind of look after himself. And he could be a real nuisance in some of the arenas. Again, I think he's going to sit well with a faction in future kind of faction wars. In some of the legendary events, I think this guy will come in useful. So yeah, he's done well. He's another, like I said, he's not great, but he's not the worst out there for sure. And then we've got Tan, who sits side by side in the mech team. Tan is a great summoner. Again, I've used him quite a few times. He's just amazing in the mech team. He's a must in the mech team meta. He's so good. Sits, like I said, sits alongside well with Roe. All round great summoner. And he's definitely, if you're building up a mech team, you really need this guy in there just to complete it. So they're like kind of my winners for this year. The 8 of them, and now we're going to look at the losers. And now, like I say, before you carry on, there'll be some people that will love these characters and be like, why are you putting them in this category? But just my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Prove me wrong. Tell me in the comments below. Again, we're going to start from top left. The Pantomime, I think that's how you pronounce it. I just can't get on with this guy. I've tried, I've leveled him up, and I don't know if I'm missing something with him or what, but I just find him so underwhelming, and I'm gutted really, because the Gene Stealers, when they first were announced to come out, really excited, and I was kind of hoping this, was he the third Gene Stealer to come out? I think he's going to be the second, and I was just underwhelmed and gutted. It really was, and every time I use him, I just thought it's just shit. I just can't really get anything out of him. I don't know. I might be missing something, but for me, I don't really see him used or talked about a lot as well. It's a shame. He's one that I think needs working on in the future. There's other characters that need more work on, but I think he's missing something in my eyes. Next, we've got Ascor. Again, it's such a great looking character. Do you know what I mean? You would think he'd do so well, but it's just never seemed used. They tried it in the survival, and to be fair, the survival mode I felt was even more underwhelming with him in, and yeah, it just didn't shine. It just doesn't shine for me. There's so many other characters out there you could pick over this guy in a lot of modes, and it's a shame because again, by the character, he should be doing well. Barra, again, this big Terminator for the Dark Angels. I can't find any kind of sense in him. He's big, can take a punch, can hit okay, but again, he's a dead weight. I just don't see any kind of point for me to invest in him. With other Dark Angels coming out, he could do better, and he does shine with other Dark Angels, but that's about it. I don't see the point in having a character that need like 2 or 3 others to make him better. They should have at least a unique skill themselves to make him worthwhile, I think, bringing in. Mesa next. Again, this guy really ramped up, can hit crazy damage. But that's it. It's just like a one-trick pony. You need like 2 or 3 rounds to really ramp him up, get him going. Do you know what I mean? Get him all raged, and then whack, he does one great hit. But then that's it. It's just thanks, dead, over. Again, it's a shame because it is a great character. Another one from the faction, Rask. Again, I can't see any need for this guy. He's can hit okay. Just really slow walking around. I just can't. For me, it doesn't excite me at all. It's a shame again. It just feels like a waste of a character. But do you know what I mean? Someone let me know what's he great at, because I can't find anything with that guy. Next, Asmodai. This is one guy I've ranked quite high, and I'm gutted that he's amazing again for like 2 rounds, and he looks amazing. He just should be so fucking cool, this guy, and he's just not. He needs something. I tell you what, if they give him the skill to be for the whole game, not for 2 rounds, for him to boost everyone, I think that would just tip him over the edge to be really good. But I use him as much as I can because I love the character. But I do feel sometimes that I should have taken someone else, and it's a shame because he does look amazing. He should be up there as one of the best Dark Angels. But yeah, again, I hope he gets some kind of buff because he needs it. This guy needs to be really good. Zebia, I think they pronounce it again. Gene Stealers, what are you doing to him, man? Yeah, she's just okay. The summoners are very weird. How you have to kind of like use the teleports, but I think she could do well. But I think she needs to be really kind of like D3 in a good team. She could be cause some nuisance, but again, I would. There's other people I'd take over her. I think she might shine in future legendary events with some of the Gene Stealers. I think there's going to be times where you're going to need these Gene Stealers for certain legendary events, so they might shine then, but is it worth ranking up for them? Who knows? Yeah, it's a shame because I felt the Gene Stealers are just missing something, and it's a shame because they're such a great faction. And last but no means least, Titus, the big blue-eyed poster boy of the Ultramarines. Yeah, I know this would displease some people because I know there's a lot of Titus fans. And when he was kind of advertised, Titus is coming, it's going to be great. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be the survival, the new game, the Warhammer game, Space Marine 2 was like promoting him. Do you know what I mean? He's badass in Space Marine 2, the game itself. Do you know what I mean? He's so good. When it comes to this, it's like, why this great, do you know what I mean? This great champion of Ultramarines, and he's missing some, I don't know, he's just missing something from this game. He can hit hard, he can do okay, but I felt personally that survival didn't do him any favours, because when you could only use him as part of your team, I was like, I'd rather be boosting other characters. And if you are the big ass Titus that should be the great, and then you should be wanting to kind of put the rewards on him, but it just didn't feel like it was better used somewhere else in the token rewards. But again, that's my personal opinion. I know there's some Titus fans out there, but I know there's also fans out there that were kind of meh with him, kind of. Yeah, it should be better. Do you know what I mean? He's Titus at the end of the day. And as I said, in Space Marine 2, he kicks ass. Do you know what I mean? He's amazing. But in this game, and no, I think there's better choices out there. And again, he's missing that, I don't know, that je ne sais quoi kind of skill. But we'll see. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments below your opinions. Like I say, this is my opinion. Everyone has their own. This is probably the last video we'll be doing now before Christmas, so I want to thank everyone for your support. Wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. After Christmas I will be doing some more videos. Again, a big thank you for everyone that supported me. I know I've come on off this game and backwards and forwards a couple of times this year, but that's just me having my mood swings. And I appreciate for everyone who stuck by me all the way through that. So have a good one. Please don't forget to check out some other videos, and also hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Take care. Bye bye.